All right, Steph, thank you so much. You just mentioned it there. Eglinton closed off in both directions again at Mount Pleasant this morning, and this is after a crane collapsed last night. Fortunately, no one was seriously injured. So this is a live look at the scene right now. This crane coming down just before 6 last night. The operator of that crane was not hurt, but one other worker did suffer minor injuries. The crane was part of the Eglinton Crosstown LRT construction project. Now, this is what the scene looked like last night from our helicopter. The crane sitting about 10 feet off of the ground after it fell. The Ministry of Labor is now investigating how this happened. It's not known yet when this site will be completely cleaned up and traffic allowed again on Eglinton. So definitely something that we will be watching, but it's likely going to take some time here, at least through the morning. The provincial government officially unveiling the leader of its COVID-19 vaccine task force, appointing retired General Rick Hillier to take charge in this massive rollout.
We have to vaccinate them not once, but twice within 21 days. So there's going to be a need to have very, very detailed, very precise clinical records.
The Ford government says Hillier was chosen because it will take an expert in logistics to distribute the vaccine across the province. Hillier once served as Chief of Defence Staff for the Canadian Forces and was commander of the NATO-led forces during the war in Afghanistan. This comes less than a week after Health Minister Christine Elliott said that Ontario will receive 1.6 million doses of Pfizer's new vaccine and 800,000 doses of Moderna's vaccine next year. Meantime, Dr. David Williams has agreed to stay on as the province's top doctor until September, instead of retiring in February like he originally planned to.
I just do not ever believe in changing a dance partner in the middle of a dance, especially when he's an incredible dancer, like Dr. Williams. He's a great doctor.
Now, Ford repeatedly defending Williams, even after some critics in the healthcare sector have said he is slow to impose tougher COVID measures. But Ford failed to get unanimous consent after tabling a motion yesterday. So it means the government will now have to go through a debate and a vote to keep Williams. The official opposition NDP said the decision shouldn't be made without a full discussion first. And the same day, Toronto and Peel entered lockdown, Ontario reporting a new single-day record and the third day in a row with COVID-19 cases over the 1,500 mark. 1,589 new cases. That's the number reported yesterday, along with 19 new deaths. Peel continues to lead the way with cases, 535. Toronto down slightly, reporting 315 and 16 probable cases. There have now been over 105,000 confirmed cases across Ontario and over 3,500 deaths. Coming up here at 6:45, we're going to dig a little bit deeper into that data and bring you more. Plus, just after 7 o'clock, Toronto's top doctor, Dr. Eileen De Villa, she will be joining us for an update. Well, here's an interesting one. Hudsons Bay reversing a decision to keep its flagship location open just outside our doors here, the same day that Toronto entered a lockdown, closing all non-essential businesses. So this is a live look right now at the popular Queen Street location. Doors are closed to customers. It will now remain closed after receiving backlash for staying open yesterday while under Toronto's lockdown orders. So why were they open? Well, earlier, the company said curbside pickup is being offered at most of its locations, but they considered the Queen Street store to be an essential service because it offers groceries. After the Ford government was made aware the store was still open, it said retailers are only labeled as essential if they include a full grocery component. Monday evening, the company said it would keep its Queen location closed, and that is starting today. Let's talk about businesses now. They can now apply to the new federal rent relief program, replacing an unpopular program that required landlords to apply. The federal government's latest lifeline, the Canada Emergency Rent Subsidy, will now see funds go directly to businesses. The program will cover up to 65% of rent or commercial mortgage interest on a sliding scale based on revenue declines, with an extra 25% available to those who are hardest hit. Some experts criticizing the government for not opening the program to business that previously qualified but didn't receive funds because their landlords chose not to apply. Let's get south of the border now. U.S. President Donald Trump is begrudgingly accepting that the transition to President-elect Joe Biden must begin. The General Services Administration acknowledging Joe Biden as the winner after his victory in Michigan was officially certified. The announcement means that Biden now has access to top security briefings and government officials. But Trump issuing this tweet: "Our case strongly continues. We will keep up the good fight. We'll keep up the good fight, and I believe we will prevail. Nevertheless, in the best interest of our country, I am recommending that Emily and her team do what needs to be done with regards to initial protocol and have told my team to do the same." The date that Biden will take office is January the 20th. All right, we're going to bring you more news coming up in just a bit. But up next, we talked a little bit about rent prices for businesses. Now we're going to talk more about it as a whole in the city. Mike Epple, he is up next with a situation in and out of the GTA.